We're mobile. Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio. Nobody does NASCAR in Riverside quite like us. Fox Sports 1350.
What's up? This Nick Young of the LA Lakers. You rocking IE Sportsnet.
The Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here. I'm pretty excited about this, Eternal. I've lived in Fontana for 11 years, and I live a stone's throw away from the world-famous Auto Club Speedway. We're joined on the line. This is the first time. This is a treat for us.
Yes.
Because we are joined on the phone first time. NASCAR, Monster Energy, and the Xfinity Series driver, Corey LaJoie on IE Sportsnet on Fox Sports 1350. How are you doing this morning, Corey?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Hey, Corey, we're doing well, man. Thank you so much for calling, taking the time out. I know you have a huge day going up. But, Corey, just to get into it, sir, you're the son of a two-time NASCAR Busch Series champion, Randy LaJoie. Talk about how your career, how it was growing up around the sport, how it developed your career, and maybe what's some advice your father has given you about driving the cars.
I mean, obviously, it's a good conversation starter, being that my dad knows pretty much everybody in the garage. But
right.
he always wanted to push me to make my own contacts and own peers, and which I appreciate that, because it probably grew my network a little bit, and I have a lot of people I can bounce some information off of to try to help me out along the way.
Nice. And now you're currently competing part-time in the Xfinity Series, driving the number 24 car, the Toyota Camry, for JGL Racing, and then part-time for the Monster Energy Drink NASCAR Cup Series, driving the number 83 car for Camry, BK Racing. Talk about the difference in the two styles of racing, please.
Well, so the Cup car is its own handful, and it's got a low downforce package this year. So compared to the Xfinity cars, the Cup cars are getting to the corner a lot faster because they carry much more straightaway speed.
Nice.
So kind of how you enter the corner with Cup cars is different than how you kind of flip the Xfinity cars off in there and try to keep the momentum up. So it's definitely key to keep notes and so that way you can kind of jump back and forth and not screw yourself up with your lift and stuff. When you're bouncing back and forth, we'll go from Cup practice this morning and jump to Xfinity qualifying, and then jump back in the Cup for another practice, and then jump in the Xfinity car for the race. So you're going back and forth, and it's good because it gets you more laps on the racetrack. But there's a little bit of adjustment when you hop out of one and get in the next.
Interesting.
And I'm sure, once again, we're joined on the phone by NASCAR, Monster Energy, and Xfinity Series driver Corey LaJoie on IE Sportsnet, Fox Sports 1350 with Coach B and Eternal. Now, every year we go out to the Auto Club Speedway and cover the races. I never knew how loud the race cars were and how fast they move. And like we said earlier in the show, when you look at the cars, because we're in the grandstands, the cars go so fast that your eyes can't keep up with the racing. It looks like they're skipping along. I know it's one thing for me to sit there and watch the cars go that fast. What is it like to be inside of a car that can go up to 200 miles per hour?
It's probably not. It doesn't feel as fast as it does when you're watching them.
Right.
You kind of just get used to it, and however fast you're going 200, you're going 100. It's all kind of relative to the track. So. This is a fast one here because the straightaway is so long and the corners are so sleeping. So you're hauling pretty good ass around here. But you don't really notice it when you're by yourself until you get another 39 cars out there racing with you, and it gets a little tight. But you got a lot of lanes. I think there's 5 lanes here at Fontana, so everybody can usually go pick one. But once the tires kind of wear out after the first 5 or 6 laps or so, everybody starts working towards the top just because there's a little more grip up there. And so that's what makes this place exciting to race, and everybody likes some tire fall off because that feels like it puts it back in the driver's hands a little bit as opposed to fully relying on what kind of car you're driving.
Excellent. And those are little things, little caveats that we didn't know. So now we'll know. Exactly. Now we'll know why cars start to work their way up. And, we know it's going to be a great day of racing here in Southern California. It never rains in Southern California. Can you take a minute to describe to me the fan interaction at NASCAR, because when we first went to the races a few years ago, we saw how welcoming you guys are to the fans. You let them in the pits. You let them see you guys working on the cars. And then you have it like when you guys are walking out, the fans will line up and they cheer you on. I don't see that in any other major sport. Can you tell me why the fans are so important to the NASCAR experience?
Well, if there was no fans in the stands, there wouldn't be any point in showing up to the racetrack.
True.
So,
Exactly.
those guys are what grew NASCAR into the sport it is today. And even with technology nowadays, it's so easy to stream anything from your phone to get more people in attendance than the Super Bowl every week to a NASCAR race. It speaks pretty well on how the sport's doing. So,
Right.
Sports makes the ball roll. So, hopefully everybody can come out, and it'll be a great race on Sunday. Weather looks good, so I'm excited.
Fantastic. So, and then I have another quick question. Just wanted to now inform our audience, if you could, for us, Corey. How is it that you go from stepping into a car that you're pushing 200 miles per hour, then you have to get into your domestic car and go 55 miles per hour? I mean, I couldn't understand that. 'Cause I mean, and how is it driving? I mean, are you piling up the tickets?
Are you
What's
drifting?
going on?
Are you drifting out on the?
Oh man, it's well, to be honest with you, it's weird, man. It's I'll be driving from the racetrack back to the airport after the race, and I'll feel like I'm going faster on the street than I am on the racetrack. It's kind of what your mind adjusts to. So it's different. I'll look and I'll feel like I'm going 80 mile an hour, and I'll look at them going 50.
Oh,
or 45, and I'm getting passed by some grandmas driving down 215. So
that's fun.
It's different, man, but it's fun. It's once you do it and you kind of get used to it every weekend. The cup cars are their own handful, so I'm learning every time I'm on the racetrack, and I'm excited to do it BK and the opportunity they're giving me, and as well as JGL and youtheory and XFINITY series.
Fantastic.
Well, we're excited about it. We will be out there. We will be covering the races. We're really excited. We thank you so much for calling in early. I know you have a lot to do. You guys are getting ready for the races, and you're looking to do some great things at the races. So we want to thank you so much, Corey LaJoie. Tomorrow he will be running the car number 83. We thank you for giving us a call this early in the morning.
Hey, no problem. I'm actually changing into my fire suit as we speak. We got practice here in about 6 minutes. So
there you go.
It's gonna be a good day.
There you go.
Fantastic.
We definitely appreciate it.
Hey, best of luck out there, sir.
Hey, thank you guys. Have a good one.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Make sure you guys catch the Auto Club 500 live in
400.
400. I'm sorry, you're right. 400 live in Fontana as the races return to the Auto Club Speedway. The parking lots open up at 5 a.m. The O'Reilly Auto Park fan gate open up at 7 a.m. and the Auto Club 200 laps, 400 miles race begins at 12:30 p.m. tomorrow. You are tuned into the new home for IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 a.m. IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning, 8 a.m.